Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's dive into today's topic and some tools I want to give you to help you with decision-making fatigue. I don't know about you, but I struggled a lot with decisions, especially after my brain injury because I was also diagnosed with a little ADD. And I know that's a common problem for a lot of brain injury survivors is they now have ADD. First strategy I want to talk about is implementing a system and a routine where you reduce the amount of decisions you have to make on a daily basis. This could be something as simple as what you wear for the day or the process you need to brush your teeth. I know this sounds silly. If you can take these everyday routines and simplify them, it will actually make your life a lot easier. This was something I had to do, and it really cut down on my brain fatigue when I had to make major decisions. The simple ones gave me that extra energy. You'd be surprised at how much brain fatigue you can save by taking your simple daily routines and simplifying them. Cutting them down, whether that's laying everything out that you need or having like all your medications already in the box divided up by day so you don't even have to think about it. The less that you have to think about, the more brain energy you're going to have and the better at decision making you're going to become. The second strategy I want to talk about is cutting down on your social engagements. I know already there's probably not a lot of social engagements you're in, or maybe you are, depending on where you are on your brain injury healing journey. But it's important that you check in with yourself and see how those social engagements are affecting your brain fatigue and your decision making. For me in the beginning, I would say yes to almost everything, thinking that I could do exactly what I did prior to my injury. It wasn't until I felt bad that I would have to cancel a lot or say no to things that I realized I'm not anywhere near where I used to be. Also, my speech therapist reminded me that I can't keep saying yes to every social engagement. So I would say check in with yourself on this. This is where your mindfulness routine and toolbox can really help you to pay attention to how you're feeling when you're saying yes to things and how you're feeling when you say no to things. If you need to know more about mindfulness, be sure to check out my videos that I have on the playlist that will teach you how to implement mindfulness in your daily routines. Now let's move on to the next strategy. Make your most important decisions in the beginning of the day. For me, I realized my brain fatigue is much less right when I wake up versus 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now that might be different for you, and I understand not all of us are the same. So whatever time period you have the most energy is when I would say try to make the biggest decisions at that time. Now I understand life is different and it doesn't always work out the way we want it to. But for me, I knew that if I could make important things that I needed to work on or do, I would do them in the beginning of the morning. So this is going to be something that's going to be different for each and every one of you, but something that I suggest you really pay attention to and then adjust your schedule for the day according to that routine. That will help you really cut down on the brain fatigue, especially when it's a stressful situation. And the last strategy I have for you is to reduce the amount of decisions you make in a day. Meaning, cut down your to-do list. You really shouldn't even be using a to-do list, but we'll talk about that in another video. When you cut down on the amount of decisions you make throughout the day, you're actually helping yourself and your brain. So it's easy to get caught up on thinking I need to decide whatever, right? X, Y, Z, I need to think about this. But some things can actually be put on the back burner that you don't have to think about them right now, but when you're ready to think about them. So if that's the case, I would say put them in a parking lot, so to speak. If you need to write them down in a notebook to come back to, or even a voice memo, but understand, do I really need to decide on this right now? And if the answer is no, let it go. And above all and above everything, cut yourself some slack. Give yourself some grace and understand that you're doing the best you can with what you have right now. And that's all anybody could ever ask. and be happy with that because you're trying, and that's all that matters. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to find out other methods and strategies of helping you along your journey, please check out my other videos on the playlist. I know that I have something there for everyone, and it will really help me and the channel grow. I appreciate it, and thank you for being here.